Critical race theory, CRT, is a theoretical framework developed by legal scholars in the United States in the late 1970s and 1980s. CRT seeks to understand and address the ways in which race and racism intersect with other forms of oppression, such as class, gender, and sexuality, to perpetuate inequality in society. CRT is based on the idea that racism is not just an individual problem or a matter of personal prejudice, but is deeply ingrained in social structures and institutions. CRT also recognizes that the experiences of people of color are shaped by historical and contemporary forms of racism and discrimination, and that these experiences are often overlooked or ignored in mainstream discussions of social justice. One of the key principles of CRT is the idea of interest convergence, which suggests that progress towards racial justice is only possible when the interests of those in power converge with the interests of those who are marginalized. CRT also emphasizes the importance of storytelling and counter-narratives in challenging dominant discourses about race and racism, and in promoting social change. Overall, CRT has had a significant impact on legal scholarship and has been influential in other fields, such as education, sociology, and political science. However, CRT has also been the subject of controversy and political backlash, with some critics arguing that it is divisive and promotes a victim mentality. Critical race theory, CRT, is a theoretical framework that aims to analyze and address the intersections of race and racism with other forms of oppression in society. One example of how CRT has been used is in the legal field, where it has been used to examine how laws and legal systems can perpetuate racial inequality. CRT has also been used in other fields, such as education, to understand how the experiences of students of color are shaped by historical and contemporary forms of racism and discrimination. An example of CRT in action can be seen in the way it has influenced discussions around affirmative action policies in higher education. CRT scholars argue that affirmative action policies are necessary to address past and ongoing discrimination against people of color, and that they are a form of reparative justice. However, opponents of affirmative action argue that it is a form of reverse discrimination that unfairly advantages people of color over white applicants. CRT also emphasizes the importance of storytelling and counter-narratives in challenging dominant discourses about race and racism. For example, CRT scholars have explored how the experiences of people of color are often overlooked or dismissed in mainstream discussions of social justice, and have argued for the need to center the voices and experiences of marginalized communities. Overall, CRT is an important theoretical framework for understanding and addressing the ways in which race and racism intersect with other forms of oppression in society. While it has been the subject of controversy and political backlash, its contributions to legal scholarship, education, and other fields have been significant.